Hey there everybody, it's Adam Tereska again. I'm back at the neglected cemetery for part 2 of the cemetery review and exploration. Hope you're interested in checking out with me. Let's go get the shot and see what we have available here. Now before I incorrectly identified this as the benign cemetery, it's actually the memorial cemetery and municipal cemetery. So let's see what we have to offer and see what's here. We have some of the some older markers here up front here. 1958, World War II veteran Leroy Simon. We have this neat looking little stone here, as well as this one as well. Interestingly, they're all died in 1958. In the previous video, I know a number of you had mentioned about, sickness, food rationings, and stuff like that. And that makes a lot of sense for a 5-year span like that. To have that many people passing away in such a close proximity of one another. You can see how some of the way the graves are set up there are sinking into the ground. I can appreciate the people who mowed it. I wish there was a way somehow where they could turn around and take better care of the cemeteries. These are hollow ground. The ground is coming up from underneath this one here. The statue's broken off of everything else. To a certain degree, it almost seems like, because of the disease and everything else, when people were passing away, that they're doing it almost like in an order of which it happened, like from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And then you have other markers where they're a little bit newer, or considerably newer, depending on what's going on. Somebody left their jacket here. How do you lose your jacket? No, those are shorts. I do not know what's going on. I'll pass. Don't care. Don't want to know. That's rather disgusting. It's a shame that everything's coming apart like it is. As you can see here, you have graves right here that are deteriorating to a point and sinking into the ground, actually. Very saddening, like I said last time. But in the area where we're at, I guess that's just part of what happens with the storms that come through here and everything else. I mean, it really is. It's a really nice cemetery. It's just a shame that, people aren't able to do the upkeep as necessary. You can look at this one here. This one's actually buried. There had to have been multiple events where there was illness or something, because a lot of consistency in the dates. It's almost scary how the dates are so consistent. Sounds like we got band practice somewhere. Some of these playing a musical instrument of some sort, possibly a trumpet. Here's another example of the sinking, the stuff caving in. This one here looks like it broke in half and sunk in. That one right there. Thankfully, so far, I have not seen a coffin sticking through the dirt, coming out of the dirt, being visible from the deterioration. But it's definitely looking like it could be a possibility that could end up taking place. Erosion, stuff like that. These concrete blocks here are still intact. You can see the erosion in them. Unfortunately, there's a stone that's broken. That saddens me a lot too. More of the damage here. This one's broken half. That one right there, you can see it's eroding out from underneath it. Eroding out from underneath that one as well. I hope I don't sound like a whiner because I'm upset by seeing this. But these people are laid to rest, and they deserve much better. Here's another sinking in here, in this location here. When I first saw the sign for municipal cemetery, I was almost starting to wonder if maybe it was like for convicted criminals who got the death penalty, but apparently not. Apparently it's just, the municipalities are partly ownership of this. Unusually barren area here. I guess that's being reserved, maybe for the future or something, I'm not sure. Broken headstones. Another one sinking in the ground. Very sad. This one's lost its placard. And these two here, I don't know if they're lying in wait for when that time comes, or if there's somebody there and they don't have a headstone. So we have up front here, we got more, again, more of these broken pieces here like that. This one's knocked over or fallen over. This one's crumbling up, 1942. This one's really falling apart badly. There's still plenty of dirt over there. You can't see a coffin, so that's why I'm filming it. If there was a coffin showing, I wouldn't film that. That would be very disrespectful. But that is saddening. Some more damage over here. From what I can tell, I mean, it doesn't look like it's vandalism. It's natural decay and destruction. It would be nice if they would turn around and get in here and get this stuff fixed up or replace it if necessary. I mean, I know there are people who probably can't afford it to do that, but again, this one's all broken up as well. And at least they mow it, so that's a plus. But at the same time, I'd find it very disheartening to see a cemetery being neglected like this. Now, I don't know, those plots or weight are reserved. Again, or potential reserved plots. Headstones are here, some of them. This one has just a name right here. That one's still relatively intact. Here's another example here. See, these are upright, they're sitting up, they're supported. Then you have this one here, which is sunking in. Unreal. Yeah, this one, the lid is completely broken on, and this one here looks like it's awaiting, is in preparation. This one's broken up. As is that one, and those. And up here where it looks like it either sunk in or the ground bulged, causing breakage. But at least there's dirt in there covering up what needs to be covered up. As I said before, if I see a coffin, I am not going to film it. And this is broken up, that one's broken up. That one's got holes in it. So very sad. These had relatively recent visitors. They left beads, they left flowers. This one's got holes drilled in it for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird. I've never seen anything like that before. Again, more broken up lids. You look at this one over here. This one looks like it's actually slid sideways off of its base. And this one here is sinking in. More broken up lids on these. Apparently this one's not ready to be used yet, for lack of a better term. This one's sinking in sideways. Ground's starting to sink in here. '29 to '48. 17 years old. 19 years old, something like that. What a shame. Hadn't even begun to live life yet. Again, buried and broken. I'll walk on people's graves and avoid it. Here's another one that has the holes in it. And the holes were formed. God, that's weird. I have no idea why that would be like that. Another vault-like. This one's actually curved instead of the flat ones. There's a couple of curved ones here. Most of them have been flat. Interesting. More broken. I guess they're vaults in a way, I guess, or some kind of a design ring or something for that to try to make it look nicer, I guess. More were broken and buried. Headstones falling over. And like I said, when I said this was neglected, it was neglected. Extremely upsetting to me. I mean, if I can say there's any solace, there's no vandalism that I can see. It's just wear and tear over the years. This was covered in dirt yet, so that's a somebody put their head headstone behind this one for some reason. I don't know what the deal's going on there. Maybe he's laid it to rest over here or something. This one's got holes in it. It's broken up from passage of time. I don't see anything that looks like it would have been vandalism. It's all decay and deterioration, thankfully. Thankfully, you know, people aren't being ignorant around here and vandalizing graves. But to see it like this is still very disappointing. It's very sad. I mean, deterioration and breakage all the way up. I realize nothing lasts forever, but when it's possible, it's always good to try to upkeep everything. Just a lot of graves that are sunken down. Broken off headstones. God, I hope I don't see a coffin sticking out of the thing from once opened up. That would probably be very traumatic. Well, it would be for me for sure. I can tell you that right now. I'd be very upset by that. Here we got another one that has a round top instead of a flat one. Some of these are really sitting up pretty high too. You can see the grab handles on the lid in this one. Very interesting. Didn't even hit their 40th birthday. Oh well, this one's nicely preserved. I think this is what they're supposed to look like right here. This one's not sinking in very much. It's not broken up. Still very much intact. They're really neat. And you have this. Quite simple. If there's a way I can pick that up and make sure it stay up, I would, but I'm not going to touch it because I would be afraid of breaking it. I'm going to move farther up here. I want to look at this one over here. Let's see what that one looks like. That one looks really neat. Another headstone broken. These are all broken up. Look at the way this one's risen up. This one's broken too. That one's broken up and sinking in. The ground is bulging up around it too. How some of these are carved out, like this one here. It's almost like that's definitely carved out on purpose. That's kind of a design for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's head placard, I should say. Now some of them they're got rectangular shape, like these two. You got the oval over there, a diamond here, two more ovals. Some dirt bags threw their garbage on the side of the road. How nice of them. More, the same thing here. That one actually looks fairly intact. Still cracking, but still intact. This one's sinking in. This one's sinking in. This one's sinking in. Another round lid, one behind it. I like those. Those are really nice. This one. Wow, look at the lean on this one. You go to the other side, I'll show you the lean on that one. This is supposed to be straight up. There's no denying the lean on that one. There's definitely sinking in, and they are against each other, it looks like. Yep, they're leaning against each other. They're basically supporting each other from sinking any further, from what I can tell. Just bothers me to no end about cemeteries like this going to decay. And again, you know, you see everything else breaking up continuously, breaking up. Maybe they are throwing dirt on the, make sure that coffins don't get revealed. But like I said, aside from the mowing, it appears like there's nothing at all. Another broken headstone. That's where it belongs. Wow. Just wow. This one was done in red brick, terracotta brick, I guess they are. I'm not sure if that's what the right name for it is, but the red brick. This is all broken apart. The one behind it is too. Extremely sad, extremely disappointing. What more can you say? What more can you say? Here's a design of how one of these are made. Using this broken up one as an example. You can see the brick in them, you can see the mortar that's used to produce them. This one being completely destroyed. Very sad. So many of these are destroyed, and it just, I don't know. I don't have words for it. Best I can say is I don't have words for it. Anyway, this one's all beat up. This is just absolutely decimated. So much so needing to be restored, needing to be worked on. Especially this is a municipal. I mean, they have enough money coming in from the taxpayers to fix stuff up. They need to do something here. Another one is sinking and destroyed. They're deceased. They deserve better. I don't know what else I can say. I just don't know what else I can say. I know there's not enough money to go out and do the repairs, I'm sure. But it just breaks my heart to see this. This is the municipal and memorial cemeteries. Other than mowed, they're pretty much neglected. What else can you say? What else can you say? I saw this and thought this was very interesting. This is a wood carving, and I really can't read it that well because of how worn it is, but nevertheless, that is a really nice little piece that somebody made. Whoever made that, I give you 100% props. You did a great job. That was interesting. Okay, now this is something that, I'm sorry folks, this is something that completely pisses me off. And that's to see a section of somebody's fence sitting on somebody's tombstone and nobody's taking the time to pick it up. I mean, that's a level of disrespect that I've never seen before in my life, even with vandalism and everything else. That's just horrible. Can't believe somebody would leave their fence like that and they wouldn't make the effort to pick this up, especially when you're just falling into a cemetery on somebody's gravestone. Just pathetic. More of the same over here on this side. Fallen over headstones. Stuff like that. Sinking graves. The sidewalk's like a roller coaster. More gravestones knocked over. I don't know if there's somebody who's supposed to be monitoring this stuff, but if there is, they're doing a lousy job. I mean, this is just horrible. This is why I call it the neglected cemetery. This stuff isn't getting taken care of. I mean, what's going to happen next? Is it going to see enough erosion in the dirt for some of these places that the coffins actually start sticking out? I mean, there's a perfect example of it right there. More stuff sinking, breaking apart. Vault lids that are breaking, sinking. This is unbelievable. Look at that. I just don't understand. I mean, I know people don't have money to go spend on this stuff all the time, but maybe some efforts could be made in some way, somehow. Just horrible. Just horrible. I wish I could do something about it. I wish they, those who control this place can do something about it. I don't know, maybe it's just not meant to be, but it's still very sad no matter how you look at it. Alright, so that's my second half of the two-part video of the abandoned or neglected cemetery here in Galveston, Texas. I'm sure many of you feel the same way I do, saddened about how the condition of the place is. But I am glad I got to find this place, as accidental as it was, and I can bring another video up on it to show you the deterioration and decay that's happening in this cemetery. Hopefully you can appreciate this video. If you do, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. And with that, we'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.